All right, let's see here. Are we live? Yes, we are live, I believe. Yep, we are live. So thank you for joining me again for another special edition of the OBX Wave Report. This report not from the OBX, but from the North Atlantic, which does tend to affect the Outer Banks. In this particular report, we're not going to talk too much about the Outer Banks at all. We're just going to talk about a very, very powerful storm system roaring out of Baffin Bay and setting sights on Ireland and the UK for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday timeframe. Right now, the storm is gathering in Baffin Bay, and this is the Thursday. Let's see. Actually, let's see if we can update this. Here we go. Thursday, 1 p.m. map from windy.com, which is an excellent map for measuring winds particularly, but you can see the winds swirling around storm centers. It is worth noting that right now, Ireland and the UK is also experiencing a pretty powerful storm just to the north and west with very stormy conditions, and there's another larger storm following up behind it. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch here for the UK and Ireland with a large storm roaring out of Baffin Bay and starting to gather steam in the North Atlantic here. And I've picked a spot. For some reason, it's also yep, here we go. So let's just pick a spot here in Baffin Bay where winds are coming in out of the northwest at 45 knots. So a very powerful gale right now sweeping out of Baffin Bay. And I'm going to run the model here. This is a ECMWF weather model, which is one of the best models. And it is showing that by early tomorrow, a powerful storm system is gathering steam. And this is in the model in the North Atlantic. I'm going to go ahead and zoom into some of these stronger wind speeds here. So very powerful winds in the range of 57 knots. So running into close to storm force and very strong gale force winds out here in the central North Atlantic. You can see the very large wind field here as we zoom out on this map. Like gale force conditions covering most of the North Atlantic associated with this storm, which is expected to bomb out in the range of about 940 millibars, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower. And then as the storm gathers steam, it's supposed to sweep in toward Ireland and the UK. So I'll go ahead and advance this model and watch this storm progress as it digs deep and bombs out a bit. And then we start to get the gale force winds encountering the coastline of Ireland and the UK. Stop this. On For some reason, it's not stopping. Okay. Yeah, here we go. On late Friday, running into Saturday, and then coming in through Sunday with a large front sweeping through with very strong storms and then squally conditions generally following behind the front as gale force winds encounter the coastlines of Ireland and Scotland primarily with near gale force conditions on the in the southern UK region here. So looking at the near offshore wind speeds, let's go ahead and zoom in here. Yep. And we're looking at what looks like 43 knot wind speeds just west of Castlebar in Ireland here. And along with these winds sweeping in over very large fetch, we expect to see very tall wave heights encountering the coastline here, particularly in Ireland. And I know yesterday I reported on the wave models, and I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about the wave models. Right now off Ireland, the waves are pretty crazy in the range of 15 to 20 feet significant wave heights. But the main event is coming, and here are the wave heights just running out of Baffin Bay with the newly formed gale. By tomorrow, we have a very powerful system with near 40-foot significant wave heights out here in the central Atlantic, getting into the shipping lanes. And then as the gale sweeps in toward Ireland, you get these extraordinarily high wave heights in the near coastal regions of Ireland in the range of 25 feet in some locations, possibly even getting close to Yep, there we go. Significant wave heights in the range of 30 to 32 feet. So very tall waves encountering the coastline of Ireland. I was pretty much aghast when the wave models started to show this yesterday and the day before, and it's consistently showing these for Saturday. So very powerful waves expected to encounter the Irish coastline, particularly over late Friday into early Saturday and possibly running into Sunday as well. I did also want to show you some of the predicted storm features, some of the precipitation features predicted by the Met Office. And I'm just going to go ahead and run this model from Friday through Saturday, and you can see the march of the weather patterns just steadily marching over Ireland as storms sweep over Ireland and then into the UK throughout Friday, and then getting into later in the afternoon and the evening on Friday. This progression is in looks like 15-minute intervals. So yeah, running into the evening on Friday, you get very stormy conditions across the UK, running out of Ireland, and then just generally squally conditions dominating late Friday and into early Saturday as the center of this powerful low pressure system gets closer and closer to the coast, bringing in strong winds. And wow, look at those rainfall um, totals flaring in the western UK here, just west of Manchester and south and east of Belfast. So very stormy conditions predicted for the UK and Ireland over Friday and Saturday in association with yet another cyclone that is bombing out in the North Atlantic. So thank you for joining me for this special edition of the OBX Wave Report. It is nearing the 1 o'clock hour, so I'm going to try and put all of these special statements to bed and get down to the coastline and give you guys some observations for today. So thank you for joining me once again. And we're going to get back to a more local focus for the Outer Banks as well as we pull back from some of our extreme weather and climate focus. So thank you for joining me again, and I'll be